back from the depths. You will remember our third ever movie commentary was Superman and Batman Public Enemies, one of the critically acclaimed direct-to-DVD DC animated movies that may have been theatrically released back in its heyday because it was one of the first ever ones. But whatever, that was one of the movies that started the trend because of how well acclaimed they were. You know the drill with these movies. They're comics, essentially, adapted into short movies. Stuff made for people like Dwib so that they won't be too confused, and a way to hopefully try and, encourage them to take a look at the comics.
I also started I'd have to turn paper over.
How lazy. The point is that this is a sequel to that story, specifically involving, as the title implies, the world of Apocalypse and its ruler, Darkseid. There's a lot to talk about this guy, so I guess we just start first.
Alright then, start right before the Warner Brothers logo and let the merriment...
Warner Premiere.
Yeah.
Warner Premiere logo, sorry my bad.
You should be seeing a black screen like 2 or 3 seconds before the logo.
And here we go in 3, 2, 1, click. A bit of history about this movie in particular.
For you Blu-ray players, no, we're not doing the Green Arrow short that was included in that. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe we'll dedicate some segment to some of the shorts because they are actually pretty good here and there. But no, we're not exactly treating these like our Pokemon commentaries.
Alright, Dweebs. When it comes to Darkseid, it's a bit hard to explain. So most writers basically summarize his magnificence to 2 words. Simply put, Darkseid is. The mere existence of him is enough to strike terror and everything in his enemies.
Oh wait, hold on. Let's open up with some exposition news and continuity porn. As you recall, President Luthor got impeached because he kind of went crazy and tried to sacrifice the world for a kryptonite meteor.
Also, he made out with Amanda Waller.
Needless to say, he was impeached on the spot for that.
Kitty.
Yeah, there's the debut of Catwoman.
Thankfully not, Lives.
Oh, Vicky Vale!
Yeah, again, events that happened in the previous movie.
Yeah, I've always wondered, if like one day a news reporter who's in on the no accidentally let slip that he's Bruce Wayne or something. yeah.
That would be Vicky.
There's been no report of Bruce Wayne, aka Batman. Oh shit.
Of course, Superman was all too happy to give testimony for Luthor's impeachment. That must have been one of the most cathartic moments for Cal.
When he concluded with his speech from Superman 4.
And there will be peace, enough when the world wants it. Speaking of peace, let's start off with a tidal wave.
Man, I knew that the Bronx was bad, but not like this.
Well, gee, what a shock. Gotham's in trouble again.
And yeah, it's a better looking waterfall than the one from Aquaman.
Although Joe, this is a bit worse than, say, the Joker poisoning the water supply. Shadewaves, the one major point in the comics as well is that there's this weird paradox that, in order to make Batman work as a hero, Gotham extremely rarely gets touched by supernatural deity forces. It's always stuff people about like the Joker, the Penguin, Mr. Freeze. At worst, you get some people with extremely cool gadget or some psychedelic powers. But Darkseid and other forces don't really touch upon it. And the rare cases where they do, that's where the entire Justice League has to intervene.
Yeah. It's when the comics recognize that Batman isn't always, the ultimate hero. Oh, look at that.
Kryptonite. Yes.
So this came out in 2010.
Yeah, it was directed by Lauren Montgomery.
It came out about 4 years after the first movie, if I recall correctly.
And still produced by Bruce Timm, so yeah.
And was written by Tab Murphy, a.k.a. the guy behind, a writer of films like... The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Tarzan, Atlantis, Brother Bear, and
a bunch
Tinkerbell.
of Disney movies.
Yep, so you can tell they got a good team for this. Also, for all you
After
guys...
this, after this, he wrote stuff like Batman Year One, some episodes of Thundercats, a couple of episodes of the 2011 one, I mean, a couple of episodes of Teen Titans Go, Be Cool Scooby Doo.
A weird language.
Very foreign. And meanwhile, someone's jacking his boat.
When you said jacking, I was like, wait, what? What was this rated? 12.
He's probably thinking, oh god, it's Jason all over again. Fun fact, the first time he met Jason, it was when he was actually taking the wheels off of his Batmobile.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Jason started as a street punk.
Hey guys, speaking of Robin and DC related stuff, if you wanted to do DC's Titans for commentary at some point, I can watch it via Netflix.
Oh,
yes,
yes. We're going to tackle that at some point, God
geez.
forbid.
This is fancy Batwing, and you should be bad.
I've heard it's gotten better.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This does not please the Bat.
No.
Oh, it's using
remember, it's expensive stuff.
So it's using the Nolan-ish logo.
Right. So...
with a few tweaks here and there.
Mm-hmm. So yes, for those of you who love the DC animated universe, they got Kevin Conroy, and also Tim Daly from the Superman animated TV series, and also Summer Glau, who played Wonder Woman in the Justice League TV series.
Gotta say, though, when it comes to Superman voices, I tend to prefer George Newborn.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good. Fun fact: George Newborn was actually the voice of Superman for the Justice League TV series, whereas Tim Daly was the voice of Superman for the original one. Huh?
Ed Asner's in this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically,
AKA the main character from Up and that shopkeeper from Food Fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one thing that was a theme of some earlier of these movies was that they like to bring back classic voice actors who played, past roles from past DC media on this.
It's also because, you have to remember that most of the DC animated movies, most of them anyway, are connected to each other, including the Batman animated series, the Superman animated series, or the Justice League animated series, for example.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they've got a good composer for this. Bruce Timm before he went insane.
Yeah. Did he do anything since The Killing Joke?
He did. I think he did Batman and Harley Quinn.
Gotham by Gaslight and Harley Quinn, yeah.
Gotham by Gaslight was good. Batman and Harley Quinn?
No. I didn't like it, honestly.
It's sad, really.
I guess Gotham by Gaslight has the advantage, but it's an Elseworld story anyway, so
maybe he's just knackered by this point. I mean, if I were doing this for like nearly 30 years, I'd be tired.
What's this? I don't recognize that physique on Superman. Could this be a new character?
Actually, James, if I recall correctly, there is a type of kryptonite that gives Rule 63 to who's exposed to.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, by the way, the pink kryptonite makes you gay.
Hello.
Oh. Why is she naked?
Well, she just came crash landing in a spaceship, so drunk driving.
That's Swedishist.
What was that? By the time she left?
Hey, come on!
Ow!
Was it naked? Was it naked Sunday when she left Krypton?
I don't know. Give me your clothes.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
I don't have a motorcycle.
Oh, really? Then what's that there in that crate?
That's someone else's.
Well, it's mine now. We were trying to make a pass on Supergirl, but it didn't end well.
Who's Supergirl?
She.
Oh, yeah, you're not familiar with her in this universe.
More like this is her origin of sorts.
Yeah.
Is this still in continuity with the animated series?
Hey, you know what?
Yes,
you know what I like about the DC universe? Citizens who actually act concerned when they crash into people.
Instead of being assholes.
Yeah.
Well, the police were quick. How could they not this quick with other crime?
GTA, I guess, logic.
Okay, that'll ramp her up to about 4 or 5 stars, I think.
Well, three stars.
Really? You mean lasering a police cop's car
Well,
doesn't raise you up that much?
If you blow up a cop car with cops in it, that's 3 stars.
Really? It doesn't get you to 5.
No. Trying to escape from them.
And everyone can see her naked from down there.
Well, hey, at least they're doing their job and trying to bring her down, I think.
So
Ow!
we're in Gotham. Wait, are we in Gotham or?
Yeah, it's Gotham.
Yeah, it's Gotham. You can tell because the sky is red. Don't know why.
I'm surprised you had tried to do that in the DCEU. Maybe they might if stuff goes the way it's going.
Maybe.
I don't know. Hello.
One thing you may notice is that there's a bit of a different animation style here than from the first Superman and Batman film.
Yeah, I can see that.
Kind of also a running theme, seeing as how a lot of different movies also use different themes here and there.
Yeah, Bruce is like, what the fuck is she doing?
Oh god, not the blimp!
Jesus.
Well,
is there one story
you haven't been on this planet
is
5
there-
minutes.
Is there one Gotham story that doesn't involve the destruction of a blimp?
A few.
Seriously?
Okay, I can't hear the music very well, but they're not using the. Are they not using the Superman theme from the 1996 show?
No.
Oh,
Nah.
I like that theme.
Yeah, I do too. We'll have to commentate on that show sometime. Well, then again, like all the animated series were
You
really
guys
fun.
still have to finish the 40s cartoon, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. Though I'm surprised I know the John Williams didn't make it to Superman 64. I'm surprised that one did. The 90s one didn't, considering it's a game based on that series.
Now bend over. I'm gonna shove the suppository up your ass.
Yep, she's Kryptonian.
And then
she's some
Batman dropped it on her hand, and
yeah.
that's a short movie.
Also, you can see they're taking some cues from the Batman animated series with the color scheme of the Batcave.
I mean, the text looks like the font of it is like the ones they used for like Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
Yeah, this is one thing I love about these DC animated movies. There's a lot of Easter eggs in them.
For example, if you don't remember, in the Batman animated series, the Penguin is basically based on the one of Batman Returns, complete with weird-shaped hands.
That is until season 4.
Yeah.
God, season 4 was a weird change.
Okay, would you mind?
She's broken so much of his stuff in one day.
Maybe that light should have been kryptonite.
Thank you, Bruce. Sorry, Clark.
He's Superman. He's not Clark. He's Superman. Damn it. So, are they cousins?
Yep. Turns out so.
Okay. Yeah, they are. Thank you.
And there was the answer.
$50,000.
Also, yeah, if you don't know, this is the place where those infamous Superman faces memes spawned. The reaction faces.
Yeah. I gotta say, the art style here does remind me a bit of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, the treasure.
Are you sure about that translation?
She's built the planet 10 minutes. She's wrecked a blimp. Broke a guy's spine. Flooded parts of Gotham.
Cost Batman over $50,000.
Oh, what's this? Supergirl actually maybe more efficient than Superman?
Show that's the least of these. Bruce is a billionaire. 50,000 is like chump change to him.
True.
Oh.
Freeze!
Kara, I needed that!
Okay, you can just knock the fucking door.
Wait, she can speak English now?
She learned.
Wow, that quickly.
Crypto, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I watched some episodes when I was younger. That there was a show on round here called Crypto the Super Dog.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we had that too. Go to your room.
Batman has dealt enough with children, honestly, in his life.
Yeah, get your bedroom. So what is the dog from Krypton too?
Yes. But it's amazing.
You have dogs on Krypton.
Believe me, Dweebs, before the event Crisis on Infinite Earth, there was a gajillion things coming from Krypton. That was the entire point why the DC executive were like, okay, we need to reboot this shit.
There was Super Dog, there was Super Cat, there was even Super Horse.
Hmm.
I don't know. They'll probably, I don't know. In a few years' time, they'll probably invent someone named Super Granddad or something.
They practically were back in the day.
I mean, there was a cartoon round here called Super Gran.
They actually
It's nothing to do with DC or anything. It's just
they actually, for example, did a distinction between the modern Superman and the one from the Golden Age, for example. That one appears more older.
Fun fact, so basically, in Kara's backstory tends to vary, but the one this movie is going with is that, believe it or not, when Kara and Kal-El both left Krypton, Kara was actually older than Kal-El when she was launched. In fact, her parents intended for her to look after him as a baby. But something went wrong, see? Through the magics of the crypto freezing and her ship kind of going off trajectory, she ended up being frozen in age, and she took longer to get to Earth than her cousin did, which made him older than her, go figure.
tell me it's not going to be like this for the entire movie.
No.
So far, all she's done, I mean, other than Rex stuff, all she's done so far is, you'll never understand, you won't anything.
Backstory time.
Hang on.
But in reality, it was Brainiac fucking things up because he loves to do that.
Actually, not so much in this continuity since they're going off of the comics.
Hang on, where's Russell Crowe and Zod taking over the council?
Dibs. Russell Crowe was Superman's parent. This is Kara's parents. Now here's the thing, unlike Superman, because she was actually a kid when she got launched off of Krypton, she could actually remember the blast, which traumatized her.
Supergirl into darkness.
You know, she does look a bit like Sephiroth with that hairdo. Just funny because her cousin is voiced by Sephiroth. Yeah, Batman does have a point. Kara, I hate to say it, other Kryptonians kind of ruined that for you.
I'm angry.
And pouting.
Oh.
Boo, burn.
Ooh, burn.
Are they trying to help?
Poor Bat.
Is they trying to help you cow?
I wish.
Admittedly, Dwibs, Batman's way of...
goody! Here we are on Apocalypse, with the most cesspool of the most wretched cesspool of the entire galaxy, a literal hell planet.
So much that they called it.
Well, the red and the fire explain that a lot. Like Wonder Woman?
No, this is a woman called Treasure.
And yes, Leaves, the voice that you were hearing is Edward Asner, but he's voicing a grandma.
Yep.
Specifically, Granny Goodness, one of DARKSEID's general.
It's always a little running gag. They always have Granny Goodness voiced by a man.
The whole thing about Granny Goodness is basically, since she's one of DARKSEID general, she's responsible for training the Furies, a special female-only corp. Devoted to DARKSEID.
And needless to say, they are as ruthless as they come.
They need to be prepared for all the conquest that he wants to do.
Very good to the staff from this.
You gotta be if you're going up against the Furies.
Maybe that's why they named it Mad Max Fury Road.
What a story.
Hey, they're both Warner Brothers, so Mad Max DC crossover.
You don't really need to know their names for now, but basically they're Lashina, Stompa, Mad Harriet, and I forget the one with the sword. Sometimes there's also a fifth one called...
The vibe I'm getting from her is Evil Wonder Woman, so that's what I'm going to call her for now.
Oh, you don't have to worry about her, because the Furies are going
Suplex,
to... Well, yeah, do that. And that.
What,
And that.
What a surprise, the power of teamwork actually getting stronger.
Well, I guess that's it for her then.
Pretty much.
That could have gone better.
You suck!
And there is the Big D himself.
Voiced this time by Kevin Michael Richardson, I believe.
I've only ever seen Darkseid.
Actually, no. Apparently, it's voiced by Andre Brogger, or whatever it's pronounced.
The only time I've seen Darkseid was in a dramatic reading that Hellfire Comms did for a comic called Total Justice.
Oh, okay.
Let me
The
just...
one where...
It's
the one
only,
that
like
the
I
one that
said,
made to advertise a toy line.
But okay, Dweebs, let me explain the most layman terms you can imagine. I feel also bad for saying this. He's the DC equivalent of Thanos, and I'm grossly simplifying by saying this, believe me.
Yeah. He came before Thanos well on, but yeah.
And if you ask me, he's 10 times more amazing than him. Compared with the two companies and everything.
A vision far off of Supergirl dead.
This is not Infinite Earth yet.
That's not Supergirl, that's someone else. Who? Oh, you'll find out later. For now, though, let's go for a town walk in Metropolis.
But yes, Dweebs, Darkseid is all things. The god of evil, the ultimate pursuer of the anti-life equation, the destroyer of worlds, the crasher of couches. Yes, he also does that.
Excuse me, do you mind if I sit on your couch? Emmerdale's coming
For some reason, someone in the Silver Age thought it was funny to have Darkseid barging into people's houses and just talking to them while sitting comfy on their couches.
And then Countdown brought that back into the modern age.
I mean, Grant Morrison kind of since Grant Morrison has a hard bone for the Silver Age and loves to canonize everything, basically stated that the official reason would be that Darkseid considers everything, even the more mundane stuff, something that's natural to him because he is so egotistical that he owns everything.
Leave it to Grant Morrison to always think of more suitable explanations for the silly
Clark.
things.
Yeah, I've actually got... Well, I haven't read it yet. DC related. I haven't read it yet, but when I was in Manchester, I got...
Yeah. Yes, Dweebs, what do you got?
When I was in Manchester, I got All-Star Superman.
Yeah, I think I suggested that to you. Yeah, it's a good read, and you don't really need pre-established knowledge.
Oh, how have you liked it?
I haven't read it yet.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's not how it works.
You know, Clark, you should probably ask Diana to teach her something.
Does Lois exist here?
Yes, he's married to her.
Oh,
Thankfully.
Right.
No.
I'd say no.
Yeah, no. Just make sure she don't walk around everywhere like that.
Oops.
Yeah, doesn't know her own strength.
In the mode.
Yes, you're gonna love getting a job so you can pay for this.
You know, Clark, I envy your patience because dealing with a woman that goes for shopping and stops every 5 minutes is a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Here, have a hot dog.
Nah, they're not made out of dogs, so you may want to watch out for that in Germany.
Just make sure you don't.
I wonder, though, was this made before or after that meme video on YouTube of Batman eats a hot dog?
I think it was after.
Well, this was released in 2010.
Ouch! She called Batman a grumpy ass. Ain't that the truth?
No, I always wear these glasses, and for some reason, no one seems to think it, these two and two together that I'm him. I mean, well, you never know. Someone with really good hearing could be walking around this park right about now.
You'd have to be like Kryptonian level to hear that well.
Oh, I don't know. Some people.
And yes, Dweebs, Batman, as since Gracie prepared, Batman has also stuffed his cape, his cowl with lead, so Kryptonians cannot X-ray scan his face. Just be glad that this Batman is not the one written by Frank Miller, because otherwise he would be very, very annoying, to say the least. There's also a story, I think that's an actual story, I forgot what it's specifically called, I think it's called Dark Tower, Justice League Dark Tower or something, where basically Batman is dead, and Ra's al Ghul discovers the Batcave, and basically starts defeating the Justice League because he finds all the different ways Bruce had prepared against the other members. Ouch!
Sorry, Kara. Is that her name?
Magic. He can't deal well with magic.
So what's the name? Is the name Kara?
Yeah, Kara.
Kara, my super sense was tingling.
But yes, there's one thing that Kryptonians are actually weak against is magic. Don't ask how.
Yeah, it's not so much that he can't fight back against magic. It doesn't.
It's more effective.
Yeah.
Red Tornado. Oh, hi Diana.
Oh wait, Wonder Woman's kidnapping her?
What?
Yeah, it's pretty clear that these are Amazons, Dweebs. Alright, let me check whose voice is there.
I'm not sure how well Soups is going to take it.
Susan Eisenberg.
Wait, she's a bad guy in this one.
Actually,
she was working with Bruce because they have interest in keeping Kara, safe.
Also, trying to train her because, well, if you can see, she doesn't exactly have the best control over her powers.
Oh, apparently Susan Eisenberg has been the voice actress of Wonder Woman ever since this.
Exactly, like I said.
Actually, no. She was in the Justice League first cartoon. My bad. Ever since the 2000s.
Yeah, she wasn't the voice of her in the 2009 movie, but she was the voice of her in the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Again, like I said, it's a lot of cool Easter eggs, even with the voice acting.
Also, Diana, not for nothing, but Themyscira is actually really bad at keeping secrets, so I'm not sure it's the best place.
Well, this was before Amazon's attack, so
if the recent Wonder Woman films anything to go by, isn't it surrounded by like an invisible shield or something?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that reminds me, dude. Someday when we get to our Generations commentary, gotta show you the Wonder Woman 2009 animated movie. That was a pretty good origin flick.
I thought you were going to say the pilot.
You've seen the pilot.
Don't worry. We'll handle those two. Don't worry. I mean, it's a short one anyway.
So, yes, for those of you who know, or those who don't know, this is Themyscira, Wonder Woman's home island. Place of the Amazons. Again with that vision.
Who is she?
We'll learn her name soon enough. Lila.
Lila, there you go.
Oh boy, she's going up against Artemis.
The only Lila I know was from an Oasis song.
She's voiced by Rachel Quaintance.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the 55th annual, not 55th, 5,500th annual
Olympics
sword fight. The winner will get to be Queen of Themyscira for a whole day. The loser will have to clean the floor of all of Themyscira.
Mm-hmm.
And believe me, that is no easy task. Well, I guess he's not trained yet.
Well said, Wendy.
Yeah.
It's always good to have Wonder Woman under a good writer who can write her well. Oh! You know what? There's one thing I love about the...
Just be glad that none of these people are written by Frank Miller. It would be 10 times worse.
Yeah. Again, I cannot stress enough how I love Trinity. Trinity is whenever Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are the main focus. The trio are just such a great delight in how they balance each other out.
Hey, don't interfere.
Much?
Don't interfere. Ruining her trading.
Oops.
But she's only been here for like 1 day.
Yeah.
Now be quiet, kid. The parents are talking. Oops.
Yeah, it's like so Spider-Man Homecoming. Me. Yeah, exactly.
Dang.
I'm sure
Okay,
nothing wrong will go with this.
Just make sure you don't destroy another blimp.
And there you go. Basically, that's Lila's here identity, Harbinger.
But as you can tell by the name, oh. And she means it.
Okay.
It's hard to be rational when your cousin's got a knife to her foot. The plot twist is she's like a clone of Khan.
Funny!
Died ages.
It's funny you mention that, Dwibs, but we'll talk about that a bit later.
It's
actually, no, now's a good time. But believe it or not, Dwibs...
Did I call a plot twist?
Well,
not
okay, Dwibs. Not quite, but Dwibs, basically, have you ever heard of an event called Infinite Crisis?
I've heard of it, but I never know what it was.
Basically, a sort of sequel to Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Basically, in Infinite Crisis, this was when DC sort of did a slight reboot of the universe. That's sort of what they do every time they want to shake the status quo.
The real translation was that they killed a bunch of characters and leveled up a couple of cities to change the status quo permanently.
One of those characters who went out dying was Supergirl. However, it was thankfully one of the deaths where she went out being awesome and actually saved Superman's life. So, to replace her, we brought in Linda Carter. Who was Linda Carter? Basically, she was a woman who kind of fused with this weird alien thingamabob who could shapeshift, and thus took on the status of Supergirl, complete with a blonde wig and everything, and took on the iconic white costume for Supergirl.
What could possibly go wrong?
That is one elaborate disguise.
It was. In fact, Wibbs, you were the one who played Linda Danvers during Justice League Act of God. Oh, what's the chance that could come to be a reality just because they're about to go swim into the water? Oh, wait, it showed her dead in the water.
Well, hey, they might not mean this specific body.
Diana, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but no, Themyscira right now is not the best place.
Cue the boom tube. It's like DARKSEID was listening and thought, I'm about to ruin this woman's career.
Doomsday, what are you doing here?
Oh, yeah.
I gotta say, guys, between this and Chris Pine just randomly boating himself to here, Themyscira's got pretty shit security.
Oh yeah, fun fact, DARKSEID at some point replicated Doomsday and made a clone army of him.
If you don't know the magnitude of it, Doomsday is the monster that single-handedly manages to kill Superman, just one of them, and now there's an entire army of clones.
So, yeah, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
Hey, why don't they look like PS3 character model? and why are there spikes on there? It should be a giant green blob.
Actually, Doomsday actually grows spikes in BBS.
Yeah, from radiation of all things.
BBS is so dull I can barely remember.
Time for a rematch, Doomsday. Only this time I actually know your weakness.
You're referencing BVS?
Nah, Death of Superman. Fun fact, Superman does finally learn his weakness and manages to take Doomsday out. Problem is, it's too late and, well, yeah.
Also, don't worry, Dweebs, there was actually an adaptation on that called Superman Doomsday 2007 one, so we'll get to that eventually.
And then there was another Death of Superman movie made, actually not too long ago.
Well, of course there's no blood. This is for kids.
Well,
Well, at least kids that are 12 years old round here.
Mind you, we saw the Furies bloodily kill another member, though, so
Yeah.
something's up.
Yes, we might have had a tiff, but even I don't want to see you die.
True that. I mean, unless I'm written by Frank Miller, and thank God I'm not.
Well, no, in my All-Star comic, I was written by a Scottish person.
Yeah, Grant Morrison is pretty awesome.
although having said that, now I'm imagining Superman with a Scottish accent.
Ow.
Hey everybody, it's Superman.
Yeah, in case you don't know, Dweebs, in case you haven't noticed, Batman is not really suited for cosmic level of threat unless he goes prepared on his own.
Yeah.
Ow.
Ow.
That's very rude.
Don't kick him. Get.
Saving Private Ryan
War is
moment.
hell. Poor Amazons, they always get their asses kicked.
Except in Amazon's attack, but...
Yeah. Do it.
Those of you who are still alive...
Yeah, all 15 of you.
I can only do this move like once in a while, so enjoy it while you can.
No, don't flash me! Jesus.
No, you're burning our island.
Trust
me, you'd rather want to regrow the foliage than deal with Doomsday.
Yeah, not to mention this depowers Superman because he uses a lot of energy. It uses a lot of energy.
There was just
How convenient.
They're just zombies, pretty much.
Yeah, clones. Not quite as strong as the real one. Almost as if it
oh,
was
crap,
a distraction!
Yeah, for a second, I was going to be like, oh crap, Batman wasn't in the way of the blast, was he?
Oh, crud.
Wait, what?
Supposedly Kara's dead.
Wait, when did that happen?
Apparently the Doomsday attack was a diversion, only it's not Kara. Harbinger was the one who died. She just looks...
but when the fuck did that happen?
Basically...
Meanwhile...
Yeah, it happened while the Doomsday fight was going on. They came and took Kara.
Curse off-screen deaths.
Yeah. Oh, what's this, though? It seems she has one last vision to give of something that happened in the past.
Hi, DARKSEID.
So there you go, Dwibs. Technically not off-screen. It's just that DARKSEID fried her.
Took a while.
Yeah,
no, we're not gonna have.
It's personal.
We're not gonna have Man of Steel Superman now, are we?
Let's just say, Dwibs, DARKSEID is one of the few enemies that really pushes Superman's buttons. Like
to the limit.
Yeah.
You know the World of Cardboard trope? Dwibs?
A little.
It's Superman who basically named it. Because normally on Earth he has to, restrain himself most of the time. DARKSEID is one of the people he can push himself over with.
And he relished it.
Ah, Jesus.
Hey, welcome to Apocalypse.
So now we've got the insect from the Matrix.
No, please.
Or Infamy, but whatever, who's counting?
It wouldn't be the first time. I'm about to indict unto you what most comic book writers do to most of you. Make you a villain. No,
Oh, I thought you guys said kill them off.
trust me, sometimes making you a villain is even worse than death. Just ask Hal Jordan.
Ugh.
Oh, poor Hal.
What if that's what Green Lantern Corps gonna do?
You know, he was evil for like 10 years, I think, until they finally brought him back and retconned it that Parallax took him over.
Giant space bug.
Yeah, when's that film supposed to happen?
I don't know.
2020. It's next year, and we haven't got so much as a trailer or casting.
Hey, don't
Probably
mind
San Diego
us.
Comic-Con, I believe. No?
I swear, if it's not one thing, it's another. Hey, Big Bida!
Okay, time for a backstory for you, dweebs. Darkseid is part of, he's the arch nemesis of a group of people called the New Gods, created by legendary
Jack Kirby.
Artist Jack Kirby, called the King. Big Barda is basically one of them. She's super strong and can fly, I think.
It depends. Sometimes the magic is on her scepter. Basically, Big Barda used to be captain of the Furies when she was taken over by Darkseid, until she was released from the...
Like, what the fuck?
Hey, private space.
But ever since, she prefers to live a humble life on Earth and only answer the call when she's really needed.
Also, her husband, Miracle Max. I mean, well, not Miracle
Mr.
Max,
Miracle.
but yeah, Mr. Miracle.
Again, thank Grant Morrison for that.
She gives up easily.
Oh. And yet that's still not as bad as the time when one of his underlings tried to make you and Superman do a porno.
Yes. That
God, I
actually
wish I
happened.
was kidding, but that actually happened.
DC sounds weird.
You have no
but believe me,
idea,
the Silver Age is chock full of things like that.
And this is a universe where Green Lantern. Sorry, not universe, but this is a comic book company that once had a Green Lantern voiced by Jonah Hill.
Oh, trust me, Twitch. Comic books love to do lots of weird stuff.
There you go, that's her costume.
Just make sure you don't poke anyone's eyes out.
Unfortunately, her husband is away. Her husband is actually the reason she escaped. Basically, he is, of course...
there's Mr. Miracle stuff.
Yeah, basically, it comes with, of course, the boom tube with mother box.
Basically a technological device used for teletransportation, to put it simple.
Then there's sometimes a father box, but I forget what that's for.
I don't remember that.
Listen today in Apocalypse. The weather today is hot, as
Also,
per usual.
Doggles,
All of a sudden...
you're probably asking yourself, Dweebs, okay, that Darkseid is evil, but what is his ultimate deal? He wants to gain control over everything using a thing called the anti-life equation. And now I know what you're thinking, mathematical stuff, but that's stupid. To put it more bluntly, once gained control over it, it functions basically as a mind-controlling device. Therefore, Darkseid will have control over all the people who listen or are attached to that in some kind of fashion.
And Lord, let me tell you, when he finally got that anti-life equation, Final Crisis was an awesome storyline.
He wants to destroy the world with maths. I always knew that would get us all killed one day.
Yeah. Oh, very good, Weebs. You just saw the parademons, or how we look like here.
Complete with tank and everything. 2 tanks.
Alright, everyone. Fire on the strongest one first.
You mean the one with the S? The one that's actually punched our dear lord, Darkseid, several times over?
No, Batman.
Oh, right. Yeah, he always manages to survive no matter what.
He
I mean,
literally
considering-
punches fire.
Yes, they brought it back from the 1940s.
I mean, considering how much they have like, considering how much Batman stuff's on around here, I'm surprised DC ever tried to make him stronger than Supes also.
The only reason is because Superman is still technically the most popular superhero in the sense that he's always the first superhero you tend to learn about. It's
Not
weird
to
that
mention,
way.
Reeves, no matter how smarter Batman can be, on a physical level, he's simply not as strong as Superman. He needs to basically outsmart that. That's the entire shtick. It's similar to what Lex Luthor does, anyway, with his power armor.
Mhm.
Yeah, speaking of, we mentioned Grant Morrison earlier. Apparently, he's going to be one of the writers of the Flash movie.
Oh, live
Here's hoping
action?
then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, then,
Along
you know,
with-
I mean,
along with Ezra Miller.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I
Ezra
remember
Miller's
that.
gonna be a writer?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's both playing the Flash and writing the script.
This could be promising. I mean, you know, DC movies have been on a better trend lately.
Ah.
Goodbye!
I forgot, is the Sad in this movie or not?
Nah, I don't think so. If he is, it's probably in a
I think it's
non-speaking
for the
cameo.
better. Long story, Reeves is one of average DARKSEID general, mostly scientist division, and he's a creepy old man.
Who's a sadist.
Yeah. Show off.
Oh god, Orion. Well, okay, that's technically not Orion's, but that's a little throwback to Orion's
It's
gear.
it's like based on the print of it, I guess.
Oh yeah, basically that was some gear he borrowed from Mr.
The
Miracle.
new gods.
Yeah.
The reason why Darkseid is allowed to roam free like this is that the rest of the new gods are pretty much dead at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Only Big Barda and Mr. Miracle are the only. Well, there's Metron, but Metron does whatever the fuck he wants, so he doesn't care.
Yeah. Oh goody, sewer level.
Well, there's no better place to enter a castle than from there, I guess.
You gotta wonder, Tio, though, if the atmosphere if the atmosphere on top of Apocalypse sucks so much, how bad must the sewers be?
I'm surprised by that's on acid, actually.
I know, right? Hey, football field. Well, deaf football field.
It's the arena where the Furies have fought before.
It's the it's the sequel to Space Jam.
Oh, right on time.
Space Ham. I don't know.
Hey, Barda, it's your old team. They look happy to see you. Maybe not.
Never should have come here.
Well, you're already kind of there.
Burn.
Exactly.
You know, Life on no, sorry, Ashes to Ashes used a joke like that.
Uh-huh.
It's a common one to use.
Although, actually, the context is it's interesting. If we ever do that show,
Hello.
Hey, doggo. Hell, doggo.
Giant El Doggo.
Meanwhile, Superman's taking the long way up to Darkseid's domain.
Oh my god, so many stairs.
You know,
why not just throw a doggy bone at Batman and have him go fetch?
like that'll ever happen.
Well,
So-
at least we're trying.
It's like Supes is like, oh, come on, Darkseid. We all know how this is gonna go. Ooh.
Ooh.
Now,
That looked like it hurt.
you know, you should have let go of the cord.
Huh.
Takes some skill to parry a whip with a sword.
Yeah.
Then again...
Well, to be fair, Diana also has her bracelets who parry everything. So...
Really starting to regret that now.
Bad life decisions.
Unlearn what you've learned? No, wait, that's not what the quote meant. Shit.
Okay, Bruce, you actually... yeah, exactly. You wanted to do something before getting hit.
Bad dogs.
Yeah, you know, Bruce, maybe you should just stick to Gotham and your own business.
Wait, what the fuck am I doing? That's a joke he'd make him Batman and Robin.
Well, where were we?
Batman Forever.
Yes, towards, I think, one of the nuclear
power
power
plant.
plants? It's hard to tell what's a nuclear power plant considering the atmosphere here, but yep. Oh boy, hell spores. Basically, those are the big kabooms of Apocalypse.
And that, if there was one thing that Batman is good for, is to make plans.
If he weren't Eden.
Oh.
Well, that's
well.
the end. Well, that's the end of the movie.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Is that CJ beam?
Yeah.
How did that become a meme?
I don't know. The internet has weird timing with this stuff. Like, the
Yeah,
whole
I mean,
Steve
it took-
Jams thing took, like, over 10 years to become a meme.
Oh, 20. It took like 22 years to become.
Yeah.
In case you're
That's
wondering, Waves, Grey Goodness, yes, can deal with opponents of her own, but she's not as strong as she appears to be. Oh.
Oh, that one stomper. Guess what she's good at?
And she's dead. See, there's blood, I told you.
I guess she's called Stabbed now.
Boo.
Thank you, I'll be here all week.
Already enough experience with Cheetah, sorry.
Yeah.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Oh, crud. How formal.
Oh, they used the B word. How was this movie rated? PG-13?
12.
PG-13.
12 round here.
Yeah, needless to say, in DC canon, Wonder Woman is often considered the strongest of the DC heroines.
Yeah, Ed Astor must have been having a ball.
Yeah. Almost everyone who voices Granny Goodness
Jeez,
does.
DARKSEID, ego match. Fucking hell.
Kara, we really need to talk about this phase you're going through.
Wait, how did she become evil?
DARKSEID brainwashed her.
He does that a lot.
Yeah, but that's the thing, a lot of these things are happening.
You, on the other hand...
Ooh.
Ow.
Quite a therapy discussion to have.
This is a bizarre family reunion.
Yeah. Sure you don't.
What did he tell you?
He told me...
Do
He
it.
told me that he would let me stay up past midnight, unlike you. What's wrong, boy? You swallow
Good,
something
no,
that was bad for you?
I just hope that wasn't a motivating joke because otherwise he'd be the pettiest character in all fiction.
Must be something he ate indeed.
Bruce, come on, this is not the time.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motor. Oh, we don't have motorcycles. Ow.
Ooh.
Oh, my
Oh.
God. Wait. Oh.
Strike me down now. Tempting.
Oh well.
Oh! That move would be so good if used against the forces of evil.
I don't know, it didn't really work for Mary Marvel.
Oh god, poor Mary Marvel. She just got dealt a... Well, okay, to be fair, that was part of the plan for Final Crisis, but man,
Yeah,
in
but the problem is that
Countdown...
even after, they didn't know what to do with her.
And let us never...
And Soups is dead.
That's just fire, not kryptonite. Zoop! Faster than a speeding bullet, girl.
But so am I.
Yeah, I see you're now noticing that.
How dare you have feelings?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really feeling. 1 minute she's very. 1 minute she's doing a lot of shopping, and then she just has a little tiff with a couple of people, and now all of a sudden she's a bad guy.
Brainwashing.
After
Brainwash.
off-screen brainwashing.
Yeah.
Alright, send to Batman to do his own shtick, because this... I guess we need to find a way to make him useful in this fight.
Oh. I'm Batman.
Exactly.
Oh boy. Okay, now you have my attention.
Well, this planet already is a fire pit.
Yeah, but let's make it a dead one. Yeah, thing about DARKSEID, when you make him mad, he will become focused on ending you.
We're not there yet at Final Crisis, DARKSEID. Don't move your goalpost.
I wonder if they're ever gonna make a movie based off of Final Crisis.
I'm not sure at this point.
Well, yeah, that's the thing that if things get desperate for the DCEU again,
No, Joe was talking about animated adaptation.
Yeah, animated.
well, might do live action. I don't know.
I mean, Final Crisis is definitely one of Grant Morrison's pride and joys.
But the problem is that it requires immense knowledge of the DC universe in general, something that the DCEU barely has at this point.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, I did
Oh.
Justice League.
What's this? He has DARKSEID respect. This is actually an interesting spin on the
There's
whole...
yet another story where Batman turns out to be the playing card and everyone starts sucking his dick. Yeah, not gonna lie, not really a fan of this bit.
You know, in the DC Comics version, that put Batman in the hospital, that entire beatdown. Oh!
But he's Batman, so he's not.
Sorry, Yanni, you're free to go.
Basically, Soup stopped holding back, so yeah, she's down for the count too. Speaking of down for the count...
Yeah. Pathetic. And don't come back, or I will send Kara to her room.
I mean, think about from DARKSEID perspective. These guys basically crashed in his yard, shit all over his place, and then demanded something.
And took it too!
Yeah.
All while killing one of his Furies as well, he's later gonna find out.
Okay, this day could have gone better.
Please but a scratch.
Yes, but Lila's dead.
And again, she got over being brainwashed rather easily.
Oh, no, she's still a bit broken by that.
Still seems a bit too easy to be.
She's also
Oh,
Kryptonian,
Kara. There's one thing DC loves to do, it's to have it be whether or not you're evil. Just wait till the black kryptonite comes.
Oh, jeez.
Have you ever heard of a shrunken city called Kandor? Nah, though, that's not where he's gonna take her.
So, movie's over, right? Not exactly.
Oh no, there's still 16 minutes to go. The colours feel so right, Batman. Yeah, it's like that line in.
Already.
If I haven't seen Batman versus the TMN Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles yet, but I heard of this line in the comic that was like, "This is where my parents died, Raphael."
So yeah, Harbinger's given a proper burial and death, Amazon style. And maybe her presence is in the wind.
Oh, I thought I was naked again. My name's Bruce.
If I can remember... Sorry, my mother's name wasn't Martha, but it was Allura.
It works. So.
Oh, this bit.
Oh, Bruce, you're a sore loser.
$50,000, Clark. I'm keeping track.
It'll probably take you like 3 years to make that.
You're one to talk, Bruce. So, let's take her to good old Kansas.
Kansas.
Where big things can come from small places. The cream corn capital of the world.
Oh, Smallville, the TV show.
Thankfully not, Waves.
How did that go on for 10 seasons?
I don't know.
Really
I know
liked
that they managed to even find a way to fuck up a Blue Beetle, turning him into a Kamen Rider ripoff for some reason.
Oh, Blue Beetle was in Smallville?
Yes, the Jaime Reyes version.
Ah.
I think Smallville was one of like Christopher Reeve's last acting roles.
Aw, the chickens with the little cheekies.
Oh.
I think he even played a morally ambiguous guy, which is pretty.
It can be a little
Interesting.
quiet. Ugh.
No.
The worst thing of all.
Let's just go in for a little bit of peace, quiet, and tranquility in that, famous apple pie.
You okay, lady?
I hope I can make a good first impression.
Yourself? And there is time to fall.
Whoa!
Okay, rude. So yeah, not exactly, crushing on the couch, but close enough.
You, though, I'm about to beat you so senseless that you will be feeling it. For about the next 10 years. On
Yeah,
your
okay, the thing, if you don't know, you don't know this. The thing about the Omega Beams of DARKSEID is that it's a laser blast from the eyes, but it follows a zigzag pattern that looks illogical, but always finds its target. It's like a bolt of lightning.
Depending on the range that you get hit at, its damage varies.
Hey, I didn't murder her. She got in the way.
It wouldn't be the first time I've died.
Ooh.
Ouch. See, basically, if you get hit by those Omega Beams at a far enough range, they'll act more as a repulsor ray. If you get hit up close, though, prepare to be vaporized if you're not Kryptonian.
So the question need to be asked, what happened to the cancer?
I banish you to Superman 64.
Oh no.
Okay, now, in the comic book version, originally Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman had this all planned out, where they knew Darkseid, being a sore loser, would come and attack. So basically, they planned to have him come here, and then they ambush him by having Superman place him on the wall that pretty much houses the anti-life equation. Basically, dweebs, there's a giant wall surrounding the anti-life equation, and those who get stuck on it are pretty much open husks to forever be, well, sort of alive, but also dead. Zombified remains, in a sense. Basically, Superman put him on there, and thus Darkseid stayed there for quite a bit of time, thus leading to a civil war and apocalypse. In this version, Darkseid is just really a sore loser, and thank God the Kents weren't home. Ow! Thank God my clothes are still intact, unlike Cal's clothes over his
And
costume.
hey, at least most of the crops got saved, I guess.
If you find a particular range, you can make my Omega Beams so spell out Surrender Supergirl. Or rest in peace. Also, I just want you to know, I promised I wouldn't come after you, but since you came after me, now I have every right to beat you to death.
Nothing personal. Honestly.
It kind of is a shame.
You who will be banished to Superman 64.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
What about that GameCube game, what it was called, Shadow of Apocalypse, where
I heard that
Darkseid... That's the thing, Dweebs. Darkseid is foreshadowed, but never actually makes an appearance in the game.
In the
For some
game called
reason.
Shadow of Apocalypse.
I heard that game was actually alright.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Watch the Dark Lord Shadows review of it.
It's just
if
the
you're
one.
curious.
It's just the one based on the comic books exclusive for the Xbox. That was all.
I don't remember
I
that.
do not remember that.
I'm gonna check later.
It kind of is a shame that in, the 2 or 3 times Justice League and Avengers officially crossed over, that we never got Darkseid and Thanos working together. Or at each other's throats, probably.
Oh, you're referring to Superman the Man of Steel, Dweebs?
I'm
From
sorry?
2002. The game you were referring to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, point blank.
Now that's just rude.
Oh yeah, also in the comics books, basically she fakes her death to fool Darkseid into thinking that he's killed her. Here, not so much part of the plan.
Okay, Darkseid, you know everything, but punching Superman close to the sun really is a stupid idea.
Supercharge me!
Well, she's dead then.
Well, I've come here and cleaned up the mess. Oh! God damn it, I thought I forgot something.
Well, yes. Okay, while you're checking her body,
Oh.
I escape.
You were just asking for that one, buddy.
Darkseid is like that bully in high school where he just steals your lunch because he loves it.
And then he'll make a giant speech about why it was rightfully his all along.
Yeah.
Knock knock. Heads, tails, say you lose.
Oh.
So, how about we take this battle to the city like I know you want to?
Yeah, I'd rather not. I kinda don't do that. That's something I did when I was younger. And in the new
I mean,
52.
it's already impressive the fact that not just the Kens, any other farmers in the nearby is completely absent today.
Don't worry, they were evacuated.
Okay, I see Superman is not holding back. Ora, ora, ora!
Wait, she's alive?
Barely.
Oh, yeah. Remember, Darkseid even said we will meet again. So
I thought he was referring to Superman.
Oh, snap.
You damaged my beautiful face.
You know that's an issue when that happens.
Now you will pay.
Not so likely. Oh, about that. How do you like
Wait.
my I-beams?
Wait, I had a brick and everything. I didn't get to use it.
About that brick she was holding. That was actually Mother Box. She's the one who made the portal. Don't worry, I'm sure homeowners insurance will take care of this.
that's right. With Lex Luthor impeached, the LexCorp can even repair the damage.
Oh, this
Well,
bit.
well, they even called me calling it Lex.
So where did she send him to?
To the deep coldness of space.
And what's that place called where you live in hell for eternity as punishment?
Brrr.
A lot of pigs live
Was it
there.
the Phantom Zone?
No,
Oh, yeah.
now he can just chill out. I don't know which is worse, being stuck on the anti-life wall or being frozen in space.
But yes, lives in this universe. Yeah, there's the Phantom Zone for exile.
So basically, for one reason or another, now Apocalypse will be without its ruler for a bit of time. Good first impression for the Kents, eh?
Clark, did you do this? You invited your friends again?
Well, actually, my cousin.
Wait, shouldn't his dad be dead after standing near a tornado?
Thankfully not.
Oh,
Is that what got us into this mess in the first place?
well, at least the chicken survived.
Yeah. Thank God.
There
complete
you go.
with costume and everything. Made by Ma Kent.
Yeah, I mean, I only really started doing stuff near the end. The rest of the time, I've been either bitching or moaning or being brainwashed.
Hey, at least better than your own movie. Oh yeah, for those who don't know, Supergirl did in fact have a movie.
Yeah, I heard it sucked.
It's very bad
mean,
from what I
apparently-
remember.
Apparently, it sucked so bad Warner Brothers didn't even want to distribute.
Alright, Kara, now it's time for the rule of every Superman ending film, winking and smiling at the camera.
I thought it was fly up into space and smiling as you do it. That happened in like 2 of your movies, didn't it?
Yes.
Hang on, I know what I can do. I can repair the Great Wall of China with my
Oh, hey,
eyes.
look, Scorp.
Actually, that's the Daily Planet.
Whoops. Oh, weird, the globe looks a bit smaller in that shot. And that was
that's it.
Superman,
I
Batman,
don't think there's
Apocalypse.
an after
There's no
credit
post-
scene.
Yeah, Nick Fury asked to join the Avengers.
I doubt so. So,
All right, can I get my thoughts first?
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
go on.
I mean, I enjoyed the parts of the movie that weren't about Supergirl, if I'm honest.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, for the most of this movie, she's just been either whiny or getting brainwashed, and she suddenly has mastery of her powers where she needs to all of a sudden. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But I mean, other than that, there were some good fight scenes. I enjoyed the stuff with DARKSEID.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, I mean, okay, I think I say 2/3 of it are good. The other third, I'm not big on.
Fair enough. Which third in particular? Like the first third or the third third?
Again, anything with Supergirl in it.
Ah, okay then.
I'm sure she's a lot better in other forms of media aside from the movie. But yeah, so far, yeah, doesn't really be a good impression.
Fair enough.
All right, next.
Alright, I'll go next. This is fine. There are some things that are a bit over the nose, again, Batman managing to solve the situation just in his own way. But the Kara story arc is a bit abridged for what we needed to. But honestly, it's fine, especially considering the length. So it's an okay entry for the animated canon. So fine by me. Jova.
It's not as good as Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. That movie, I felt was top notch. This one feels like a bit of a watered down bit in quality. It's still pretty good, but it's not amazing per se. I do like it for, the action scenes. I like, the acting for Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and of course Darkseid. Darkseid pretty much steals almost every scene he's in. Like, holy cow, this movie got Darkseid down to a T, right? I do kind of agree that the arc with Supergirl doesn't feel like it was done enough justice, which admittedly was a critique even a bit. At least with the comic, that was just the start of her arc here. Whereas here it's the movie, so that's pretty much all that's contained. So that may not have been handled the best. But other than that, it was pretty good. Again, I like the interactions between the characters. So nice, and not people just being a dick for no reason here and there. And I'd say that they adapted the comic well, save for the ending. I do kind of prefer the ending where they actually intentionally trick Darkseid into coming.
Not to mention, it presents the divergence in terms of traditional storytelling. You have rising action, climax, small falling action, a second climax, and then falling action again. It's a bit odd.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of made more sense in the comic where, they intentionally knew Darkseid was going to come, so of course they planned it out, whereas here, it's a full-on other climax. And don't get me wrong, the climax is still well animated and all, it's just, yeah, that does feel a bit finicky, but you know what, nothing too much done. Again, I'd say this, though, it's a good movie, just not as amazing as Public Enemies was. And, you know, in some ways I can kind of see why, seeing as how this was made quite a while after Public Enemies. They made so many other animated movies. And, you know what? Public Enemies did its job well. This movie, I'd say, did its job as well here, too. Would be nice to see them maybe do another animated Supergirl movie in this same universe, but hey, the current DC animated universe is a bit different, so whatevs.
Yeah,
All the
because
same...
Flashpoint happened there that way too.
Yeah. Basically, it's starting with Justice League War. They kind of got this kind of universe
The
going on
universe,
in some of the movies.
because the changing point was called the official movie is called the Flashpoint Paradox, I think. Yeah, which has the same effect as the other Flashpoint. But anyway, this is all for this one. I don't know what we'll choose next for the animated DC movie. Maybe Superman Doomsday, maybe Green Lantern First Flight, something more of a starter, I guess.
Maybe Crisis on Two Earths. Love that movie.
We'll see for any of that.
So,
All right.
yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.